What is going on, everybody in Mac Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have the full review of the Galaxy A20. Stay tuned. So hello everyone, my name is Max Rock. This is going to be my full review of the Galaxy A20. So the first thing I want to discuss here is how much I paid for the phone. Now, retail price, you can get this on Boost Mobile's website for about 160 bucks. For me personally, I paid 80 bucks. I used the application called OfferUp, and I found a seller looking to sell the phone, and I offered the price, and I ended up getting the phone for that price. And I also ended up having about 2 weeks of free service, so that made it a plus. Now, before I was made aware of this here, I didn't know the Galaxy A20 had 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage, along with an octa-core CPU inside of the device. I had no idea that that device, or the device in particular here, this one, was featuring the specs that it does have. I know about the camera, I know about the bigger screen size, I know about the battery size, I knew all those things, but I wasn't aware of every single thing. So basically, yeah, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage. You have a interesting CPU inside this device. It's an Exynos processor that has 2 cores that are clocked at 1.8 gigahertz, and the other 6 are clocked at 1.6. So interesting setup, but the device does perform really well. Everyday performance with this device, opening up applications, in and out of applications, editing photos, downloading things, all that good stuff. Works with no issues with the device. And when it comes to Wi-Fi connectivity, you're able to use the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi band and the 5 gigahertz one. For all those people that need that, this device is capable of it. Now, with my review here personally, it's going to be a little bit different than others because I paid a little bit less than what other people have paid. So impressions and feelings towards something can be a little bit different simply because I paid less money. I know if I paid less money for something, I would feel a little bit better than someone who paid double. You see what I mean? Now, the overall build of this phone here is primarily plastic. You got your power button on the right side of the device, your volume up and down keys. The device also has a micro SD card slot, so if you need to expand the storage in it, you have that option. Now, if you look at the bottom here, you have a USB Type-C port for charging, which is definitely a plus. So shout out to Samsung for that. You also get a headphone jack. It's a budget phone, so what else are they going to do? You get a loudspeaker on the bottom as well. Now, on the top of the device is where you will find the earpiece for when you're taking phone calls, things of that nature. The device features a 6.4-inch HD Plus display. It's Super AMOLED, so colors on this display are going to be really, really vibrant. It gets really bright in sunlight, so you're not going to have a problem looking at this display in direct sunlight or anything like that. This is a really, really solid display. Now, the device also has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery inside, so with it pushing a 720p for the resolution, you should be able to get a good amount of screen on time with this device. So basically, battery life should last you all day, as long as you're not trying to kill the phone. But if you're trying to kill this phone, or if you're trying to conserve battery, you're not going to have a problem getting through the entire day. Now, the Galaxy A20 features a dual camera setup on the back, with one camera being at 13 megapixels, which is the standard lens, and the other camera being at 5 megapixel, which is the wide angle lens. Now, pictures on this device come out really well when you use the standard angle. Also, you get pretty good pictures when you use the wide angle camera. Now, one of the negative things about it is that when you're in video, you're not able to change whether you're in the aspect ratio for wide or the standard angle, which is basically, a flick of a button with some phones. But this is a budget phone here, so you can't expect too much. Now, the device also has a selfie camera, of course, and it's 8 megapixels. You're going to be able to get some pretty decent selfie shots as long as you have a good amount of light. It's not going to be the best for low light, so if that's something that you really pay attention to, the Galaxy A20 is not going to be your friend when it comes to that. But if you're just looking to take a decent selfie here and there, yeah, this is for you. The device also features quick charge. So if you need a quick charge between like 30 minutes and like an hour or so, you should be able to get a considerable amount of percentage of battery in about 30 minutes with this device. Not going to be as fast as other phones, of course, and you're going to also need a quick charger because one does not come inside the box. Now, with the Galaxy A20, one thing that differs between the A10 and the A20 here, you get a fingerprint scanner on the back. And I do have a gripe about the fingerprint scanner on the back of this phone here because There's no haptic feedback when you actually, place your finger on it to use it. You don't know whether or not you actually hit it, and most of the time you'll just have to wait until the screen powers on. Now, I'm not sure if that's something that you can enable in the settings of the phone, and I tried, I haven't found anything. If you guys know anything, let me know in the comment section below, or send me an email or whatever. Let me know, because that's something that I've been looking to get enabled or be able to use in this phone here, and it's just a little gripe, not a big deal. So as I was saying earlier, the device does feature a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED panel. So when it comes to watching YouTube videos, HDR videos, or videos at 60 frames per second with a lot of color to them, this Galaxy A20 here, this phone, this screen is beautiful. You will not believe it. You will not believe it's only 720p unless you're a real pixel popper. Now, as far as software on this device, you get Android 9 out of the box, and it's going to be having a security patch of February 2nd, I believe. If not the 2nd, the 1st of January. But yeah, the device is running Android 9, as I said, and it's performing fairly well. I do wish to get the Android 10 update, but I'm just being a hopeful person here. You're probably not going to see that update for this device. You're not going to have too much lag with this device because you do get 3 gigs of RAM. And I have speed tests on the channel to show you guys just how it stacks up against other devices like the G7 Power, the LG G8 ThinQ. By the time you see this video here, those videos should be up on the channel. The speaker being on the bottom of this device here, I'm not really a fan of it. It's not that it sounds bad, it's just I think the better design is to put it on the side of the speaker or on the top like they did on the J7 Crown. Here's some B-roll of what that looks like. So just imagine if Samsung had a speaker on the side of the device and one at the top. The audio would sound a little bit better, be a little bit more crisp. It makes more sense to have the audio coming from the top of the phone so that your hand isn't covering it. Now, another thing that they can do is put the speaker on the side and leave one on the bottom. That might be a better design as well because you'll be able to have sound coming from the side depending on what angle you're holding your phone at, or coming from the bottom, once again, depending on what angle you hold your phone at. To sum up this entire video here, as far as a review of the Galaxy A20, those things that I said I don't like, they aren't that big of a deal. Of course, you can get over it. It is, again, a budget phone, and like I said in past videos, and like I'm saying now, you can't really expect too much from a budget phone. This is how it is. You just can't. You get great battery life, you get a beautiful screen, you get a headphone jack, USB Type-C, speaker on the bottom, dual cameras in the back. For me, $80. For you, about $160. I honestly think it's definitely worth the money, even now in 2020. Now, if you decide to get something a little bit different, a little bit more expensive, at least consider it, because this phone can probably get you through about a year or so, maybe a year or two, depending on what you're looking for. It's a great phone, and I can recommend it to anyone out there looking to get right in the middle ground of budget and mid-range. But Matt Squad, let me know in the comment section below, do you think the Galaxy A20 is still worth it here in 2020? Or should you just go ahead and upgrade to something else, decide to go another route, a different OEM? What do you think? After you leave that comment, please share this video with your friends and family and let them know that not all Android cameras suck. It is just not true. But until then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. Deuces.